poetry closet, I came to an idea that, I have so many poems written. Why not put them together as a book and share them with the world? And I think what we really did was we took also to make it really helpful. We took sources from real life to make our
Hey guys, it's me Hasini here. I hope you're doing just great. So if you're new to the channel, this is the first step where I interview young achievers, and just a quick introduction about me if in case you didn't know about me. I'm Hasini LakshmiNarayanan. I'm 13 years old. I study in Chaitanya Vidyashram in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I run an organization called The First Step where we aim to inspire, motivate, and empower children. I'm a young nutritional ambassador for the government of Tamil Nadu, a TEDx speaker, and a freelance writer for the Hindu School edition. So that's a small introduction about me. Now, the first step is also being supported by the Chennai Institute of Technologies, the CIT, which happens to be the number 2 engineering college in Tamil Nadu, India. So thanks for that. And now moving on into the interview, without further delay, let's welcome our guest for the day. So giving a short introduction about her, we have Priyankha Kamalakannan today, who's joining us from Germany. So talking about Priyankha is an author of 2 books. She is a TEDx speaker. She's 12 years old. That's insane. And also she loves speaking. She's loved writing, and she's also a YouTuber. There is something which is really, really fascinating about her, which makes me more curious to listen to her journeys, and I hope you are curious and excited too. So without any further delay, let's welcome her together, shall we? Hey Priyankha, thanks for joining us today.
Hi,
Welcome
thank you
on.
so much for having me on the first step.
Yes, that's amazing. So I guess we're going to move on with the questions now.
Yeah.
So to begin with, let's talk about your journey of becoming an author. What really prompted you to get into writing? So walk us through your journey of becoming an author. Over to you.
Yes, definitely. So I started writing. Writing was basically a thing that we did in school. We had to write stories, this and that. And in 2nd grade, when it was close to my 8th birthday, I think, I started to write a story, and it was called The Bucket List Detectives. It was just a really short story, but my dad ended up printing it into sort of like little booklets, the story. And at the end of my birthday party in my 2nd grade, we gave the book out as presents, like return gifts to the guests. And my friends and my family, they all really loved the story. So the next year I continued writing, and I wrote another story called Liana's Adventures in Wonderland. And that too, we also printed and shared it with all the guests. And that again was also very appreciated. And I was like really motivated by all the appreciation I was getting. And during the lockdown last year, so my dad said maybe we should try publishing your stories. So I thought, why not? But then I realized that when I look back at my writing from a couple years ago, I was like, did I really write this? Like, I felt like this wasn't the best I could do. So it was actually Liana's Adventures in Wonderland. So I started rewriting the whole story, but then it just became a totally new story. And that's how I finished writing Fantasia Adventures. And so on. After that, also in the lockdown, I was writing the Positive Poetry Closet while just writing poems. And then I ended up putting them together as a book. And that's how my writing journey has continued so far. And I still write at school for English and stuff. Yeah.
That's actually cute to listen to this story on you becoming a personality in itself. That's actually really cute. And pretty much is just that most authors whom stories whom I personally listen to is they start writing as an interest and develop it as a passion, and I can see that in you. That's amazing. So now if you can tell us about your book. You've written 2 books, as you mentioned already.
Yeah.
One is called the Fantasia Adventures. The other one namely is the
Positive Poetry
Closet. Right, sorry about that. So yeah, tell us about both of the books. Where can people find it, and what's the story about, and more or less about that. Over to you.
Yeah, so first let's start with Fantasia Adventures. So Fantasia Adventures is a fantasy book, and the main character is a girl called Lizzie who lives on an English farm, and she has a really special grandmother. So her grandmother is really special to her, and when she thinks about her grandmother, one night she just magically ends up in this place called Fantasia, and it's a magical realm where she finds and meets a lot of people, but then she sees an evil queen who is plotting to destroy good for all. And so what she does is she goes on a journey, and that's her adventure in Fantasia to stop the queen. So that's basically the plot behind the whole story. And also in Fantasia Adventures, so we wanted to really make this really a good work, so we took a lot of time, and I asked my friend to illustrate some pictures for me, and the cover was done by me, but it was really a really good experience with the first book. And now that I've got it done, now I can just continue writing books, and it's not going to be as hard as it was the first time. And for the second book, The Positive Poetry Closet, I came to an idea that, I have so many poems written, why not put them together as a book and share them with the world? So I just organized all my poems and created a fun title to put it under. And then a couple months later, and it was published. And it was actually only published in February, so it's pretty recent. And both of my books can be found on Amazon. And I think in India, it's only available as a Kindle. It's a Kindle edition, so you can read on the Kindle app or on a Kindle. But in other places, in most places, I think you can also get it as a paperback. So that's it.
That's great. That's amazing. So, people, if you're interested to check it out, we try to leave the links down below for the Kindle edition. In case are living in India, or if you live abroad, we can check the other possibilities too. So, thanks for that, Priyanka. Moving on. So, there's this huge task once you're done writing. So first, for framing the book is already a huge task, but finding a publisher is yet and again a step which is very tough to shoot and which is very tough to take. So being 12 years old, how did you find a publisher? And tell us about your experience. And also, this is especially for the budding authors who have written, who needs some kind of idea to find publishers, because a lot of people are interested in writing, as to my understanding and as to my surveys which I've done in the past. So if there is any one advice you'd like to give them on to how to find a publisher, what would that be?
Yeah. So what I actually did, I didn't start with a publisher. So these two books were actually published on the Amazon platform, Kindle Direct Publishing. It's a free platform that you can use, and has really great tools to help you create a book and be able to publish it. And the best thing is that it's available worldwide. And it's a really great platform to start. If you're a new author, it's a really great platform to start writing your books and then uploading it to KDP. But the only thing is, there's a lot of regulations and stuff. But once you get used to it, it's a really easy platform to use, and it's really helpful and supportive because it's free and it actually helps you publish a lot. So if you don't want to waste your time and just spend so much time looking for a publisher, then I'd say maybe start with KDP and publish it there, and then as when you write more books, and you'll end up finding publishers at some point.
That's a great advice and a great start for budding authors, I believe, because one of the hugest tasks is a lot of people try, they just not able to find a way to get it out and published. Thanks for that tip. Now, moving on, you also a TEDx speaker, which I'm really, really happy about. And I see that you're very much into speaking as well. So, tell us about your TED experience, because personally for me, it was a huge process. So, how did it work with you? And something which really, really helps you not getting distracted while talking, what would that be?
Yeah, so for me, actually how we started this TEDx journey is actually our school. So in third grade, our teachers just put like sometimes they put up TED Talks on the smart board, and we just watched them for some time. And so in fourth grade, actually, our school got a license to conduct a TEDx speech. So my teacher, she sent us the opportunity to participate in a TEDx speech, and it was actually only a couple of people who got selected. So you had to like try out their idea. And me and a couple of my friends, we actually got selected, which was really surprising. So we were planning to do it actually when we were in fourth grade, but it got delayed because of COVID. So we did it in fifth grade. So last year in November. So we each had a topic, and actually our school provided like mentors with the teachers that actually we already know. So, and they helped us practice. And I think what we really did was we took also to make it really helpful. We took sources from real life to make our talks more powerful. And what really helped me like practice and not get that distracted was practicing actually memorizing the talk, because we didn't have any notes, honestly, but we also had like a PowerPoint up on the screen, which really helped me remember stuff. And at one point I did forget a little bit, but I ended up remembering. So yeah. And actually we didn't do it with a live audience, so that was also more helpful because of COVID. We were only allowed to have our parents and the rest of the TED speakers. But what we did do was like a live stream to all the people on like a Zoom meeting. So, but I couldn't really see the computer, so it wasn't that distracting for me because there weren't so many people. Also, I know that a couple of my friends, like at least one of my friends, she forgot and she had to start all over again. But I think that since we're all like a really supportive community at school, I think the encouragement and everything was also really part of something that helped me not get distracted and spread my message.
Actually, really important. I mean, that support or audience who pay their ears to you while listening, and I definitely feel that people who's around you, who's encourage you to do this, takes most credit as well. So that's amazing to listen to. And another question, which is also I believe it's the most asked question to you. How do you manage being 12 years old and do a lot of stuff? You do YouTubing. So yeah, tell us about what you do in YouTube, as well as you're an author, and you have to write a lot in order for a book to be so good and for it to be presentable, right? So definitely does take a lot of time. So how did you manage school and this work stuff, and how does your YouTube work and stuff?
Yeah, so let me start with how I was able to write these books. Actually, we were all in lockdown at that time, so our teachers gave us really only work online, and we didn't have that much classes online because our teachers weren't so free. So honestly, there was so much time left over, which I was able to use to write my first book, and I had all the poems for my second book. And also back in fifth grade, fourth grade, in our school, they had this system where we don't have homework until sixth grade. And it was kind of easier back then. And now, since I'm in sixth grade, we have a lot of homework and assignments. So my writing has been a bit slowed down now. And I mean, I have started writing a new book that's going a little bit slow because I have a lot of homework, and now we're not so in lockdown anymore and everything. But even though it's still healthy because you still do your schoolwork, and whenever you have free time, you take it doesn't even have to be that long, just a little bit of time to step away from schoolwork and do the things that you need to do. And for me, that's writing or my extracurricular activities, whatever I need to do. And so something I started in lockdown was my YouTube channel. So that was just a way for me to spend time with my friends and have fun and share what I do on YouTube. And I basically started when I was in fourth grade, and I made videos with my friends, with craft, experiments, baking, whatnot, and just a lot of random stuff. But I think I enjoyed that time. In lockdown especially, there was so much more time. Now I don't really do much on YouTube, but when I have time, I'll probably plan to make some videos about my books to talk to people about it. And yeah, practically on my YouTube channel, I just do whatever I think I can do and what I think is fun so that I can share with people.
That's great. And glad that you love vlogging and to share your interests on YouTube platform. And moving on, so you live in Germany, as mentioned. So of course, there is a curriculum difference there and stuff. So what, according to your perspective, what do you think? Does they give more importance to studies or extracurriculars, or do they really encourage children to become YouTubers and authors at such a young age, or are they like you got to study, or studies isn't that important? So how does it work there?
So basically here, when I started my YouTube channel, I was very encouraged by my classmates. They were also really encouraging me, and also my friends and family. They were really encouraged. And a year later, actually, two of my best friends, they also started YouTube channels, and we made a couple of videos together. And I really enjoyed that experience. Also, studies is really important here, but they also give importance to extracurricular activities but it's also very different between the international school and a German school. So I go to the international school. So there it's like a little bit less pressure, but also they give like a lot of importance to studies, and they also give a lot of importance and opportunities to do other things rather than just your school curriculum. In the German school, they have like a little bit of pressure and also stuff, but they have shorter school days, which gives them more time to study. And also it also helps them with doing extracurricular activities and stuff. So at our school, they also provide opportunities for extracurricular activities, and they also provide a platform if you want to share something with the school. They are really supportive of that. Like my school was really supportive of when I published my book. They shared it on their newsletter, and I was really happy. So I think it's more of a balance here. So it's also studies is important, but it's also important to unwind and relax and do what you love to do.
Definitely, yes, of course. And that's really amazing that your school is very much supportive of it. And now moving on, one last question. The question is, if there is any advice you'd want to pass on to the younger generation, as well as if there is something you'd want to change in the society, what would that be?
Well, what I'd want to pass on to the younger generation would be that no matter what you have to do, you always got to make time to do what you want to do and what you think is important for you to do. And also, I think it's really important that we all spend our time on improving what our personal passion is. And I think it's really important for everybody to be able to have an opportunity to share what they can do and what they want to do with the world. And I think a thing that I'd like to change in society is how there's so much unfairness, and how some people think that, oh, I don't think I can do this, I'm too young for this. I think everyone can do anything at a young age. There's so many people in the world who have accomplished things at like maybe 8, 9. That's like really big accomplishments. And there's some people who are like really old and they're just sitting around, I can't do anything, I'm not good enough to do this. But I think in society, I want people to believe that no matter who you are, how old you are, it doesn't matter. You can accomplish anything you want in the way you want as well.
Definitely. That's such a powerful message, which is so cute and is very, very important. Age is just a number, as always mentioned. And Priyanka, you are an amazing personality who stands this term. Age is just a number. Thank you so much for being here today. I had a great interaction, and I hope all the people enjoyed the interaction too as well. And best wishes for you, and best luck for the book which you're currently working on. And I hope it has great success too. And yeah, I hope you guys liked watching the interview. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The First Step, and turn on your bell icon for further updates from The First Step. And stay tuned. Bye. Signing off. This is Hasini here and Priyanka. Ta-da.
Bye.